Good evening, and welcome to Devlin's Nightmare Theater on the BloodyBlu film oubliette. Tonight we're visiting an alien planet that just so happens to exist within our own. It's an androgynous, neon, psychotropic nightmare unlike anything you've ever seen. This insane and unorthodox film is powered by synth music, alt-fashion, and hard drugs. Get ready to blast off like rocket ship euphoria and fly away into liquid sky. This Vinegar Syndrome release was a Black Friday exclusive, which was limited to 3,000 copies and is now sold out. There may be a re-release of a standard edition sometime in the future. The limited edition features a double-thick slipcover with day-glow ink and a booklet with an essay on the film. Liquid Sky was directed in 1982 by Slava Zuckerman and stars Anna Carlisle, Paula Shepard, Bob Brady, and Susan Dukas. The huge list of extras include an introduction, commentary, and interview with the director, an interview with actress Anna Carlisle, a 50-minute making-of documentary, a 2017 post-screening Q&A with the director, the lead actress, and the composer, as well as an alternate opening, outtakes, and rehearsal footage. Now that you've seen the packaging, let's look at the film. The film opens up with a militant new wave theme ushering in an alien invasion. A flying saucer is seen above the New York skyline and descends upon an apartment rooftop. The apartment belongs to a fashion model named Margaret and her drug-dealing roommate. Anne Carlisle not only plays the role of Margaret, but also the role of Jimmy, a rival male model. The first part of the film introduces us to the underground New York subculture that our characters belong to. We are treated to odd nights at avant-garde clubs that house peculiar fashion shit. There are strange dance routines that don't match up to the somewhat discordant music at all. It seems like a very disconnected and damaged group of people. Meanwhile, at the apartment, one of Margaret's sexual encounters ends with the mysterious death of the man she's with. Her and her roommate hide the body to avoid having police come to the house and discovering their drug den. We see observations through alien eyes before this death, sort of like infrared vision. Coincidentally, a German scientist has arrived in town in search for these aliens. He stakes out across Margaret's apartment with Jimmy's lonely mother. We see that the alien craft on the rooftop is no larger than a dinner plate. We also find that these tiny aliens are invisible and feed on heroin. In this case, they are feeding off human orgasms, which they say are equivalent to a heroin rush. So now everyone Margaret has sex with gets their brain juices sucked out by invisible aliens. Everything about this film is beyond bizarre. The soundtrack is like Gestapo circus music on ecstasy. The club goers and fashion models look like art clowns with their Picasso painted faces. I'm not sure if everyone in the movie was supposed to be on heroin, but they do seem sedated and unenthused. The story is strange enough, but combined with the imagery and the music, this film seems otherworldly. In the making of and interviews, we get a better understanding of how this abstract sci-fi film came about. The director is Russian, but while living in the US, he witnessed the new wave subculture of early 1980s New York. He decided it would be a great setting for a film. The original script was a comedy piece about a woman who couldn't achieve orgasm. Once Anne Carlisle came in to co-write, it soon developed into the plot that was eventually filmed. They also talk about the decision to have Anne play male and female roles in the film. Several peeks of on-set footage are shown throughout the 50-minute documentary. Although the film had no nudity despite the amount of sex that was in it, they did rehearse some scenes with nudity, which they give us a brief glimpse of. Similar things are covered in the Q&A, but it also has musical composer Clive Smith talk about how he came up with the musical style. Liquid Sky is a unique experience, but it's hard to recommend. It's one of those divisive films that some may say is too much style over substance, or maybe even a bit boring. In my opinion, I'd say the style is the substance, which may be why it's developed a cult following over the years. There are those who get it and those that don't. Opinions are really all over the place. Even though it's such a great release from Vinegar Syndrome, the lack of accessibility brings the score down just a little. I'm giving this Vinegar Syndrome release a 7 out of 10. Be sure to subscribe to the BloodyBlu YouTube page so you don't miss our next reviews. Check out our gaming reviews from the Gamer Ghoul and indie horror reviews from the Son of Celluloid. And until next time, farewell and stay bloody.